Last time on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines Clan Quest mod.
Hey, I could use a Halloween-looking S&M gremlin like yourself to help haunt some people out of some loot for me. You still with me?
An S&M gremlin. That is sadly very appropriate, yes. Pay no attention to me, just, you know, the local S&M gremlin out for a stroll. By an S&M gremlin? I like his jacket. Can we take that? I guess it clashes with the whole S&M gremlin vibe we're going for. And since we are the resident S&M gremlin, I think it's only fair that only people dressed appropriately can enter the club. Like this guy is fine. And she's
Not interested.
well, not interested, but also apparently fine. This guy though, I mean, and dead. And all these guys. You have to follow the dress code, people. This time, we are finally going to do what Prince asked us and check out Dr.Grout, Malkavian primogen. Oh look, another floating rat. They seem to do that an awful lot. If I remember, there's a lot of fighting in this one, so, you know, it's probably not going to end well for us. Nines.
You. What are you doing here?
I was just in the neighborhood of the Malkavian primogen who's been mysteriously absent.
No.
That wasn't really a yes or no question there, Nines.
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Why? What's inside? Just walk away. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Can we back out of this? No, he locked it behind him. Apparently we can fight the undead and have superpowers, but this like 5-foot fence completely beyond our ability to scale. Well, hello. I'll be killing you. You haven't really done anything to deserve it, but I mean, since when have I cared? That dude looks pretty crazy. Come here so I can beat you to death with an arm. Ooh, what's this? A handy dandy. And a freaky picture of... Is that Grout? Is that Grout? Like, is that Tile Grout? No, is that the dude Grout?
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death.
Just a little.
No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Nah. Yeah, that didn't really happen. Do you see this? How wibbly the arm is? It looks like it's got a bone, but this person must have been very flexible. Or it's rotting enough that it's past the stage of rigor mortis. Well, at least he's amusing himself. Isn't that what really counts in the end? No. Let me amuse myself. Ah! See, everybody wins. Looks like it's a clue to what order you're supposed to pull the candlesticks in. Let's just pull them randomly and hope we get it right. Oh, look, we got it. Took entirely too long. Probably would have been faster just to do it the right way, but not a big fan of that.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Oh, what a tragedy that is. This guy seemed pretty sane up until he talked about, you know, how he missed the smell of bodily humors everywhere and the drooling of lobotomized test subjects. Now this is open. No, I'm not here. Is that us making that horrible noise? Cary Grant, come on. Where's your table manners? These ones just cry in the corner unless they're provoked by you hitting them or whatever. And we just kind of sneak up behind them and eat them even though we're not hungry. You know, for the fun of it. But when is that ever not the case? Oh look, candlestick. Let's pull it. Oh. And there's someone waiting, so. Ooh, maybe we should do a few skips. Yeah. Let's do this all sneaky, stealthy like. I mean, the prince had no preference as to how we completed it, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, we might as well just confuse them.
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of
I
the
wonder
tests,
why.
I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there.
Don't you hate it when that happens? It's so nice of him to put these little voiceovers at strategic places throughout his house so that we can stop and hear his life story on the way to his bedroom.
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Frailty of existence. To be fair, sounds like a pretty fun subject to ponder, doesn't it? If I remember right, we are doing all of this in order to get to his bedroom. So, I mean, it's a lot of work just to get to some dude's bedroom. You gotta wonder, what is he hiding? Can't be anything good. Or it can be something really good, but I guess it depends on your kinks. Like, why is this here? It's just 2 sets of spiral staircases for no reason. Oh, look. Other one sobbing in the corner. Stop walking so fast. Ah! How great. Look what you did now, bumping into me. It was clearly your fault and not obviously mine at all. Well, that was embarrassing. Do we really have to do all that again? Does it do anything fun when you stealth kill someone with a torch? Let's find out. No. That's kind of a disappointment. The baseball bat does something fun. See? Well, that's quality game development. This does something fun too. Yep. I'm back on the spiral stairs that lead to an outside hallway that leads to another set of spiral stairs. You can tell that a Malkavian built this place. Rooms that go nowhere to confuse the ghosts. Although in this case it's probably, you know, all the mental patients he's torturing. Let's kill all of his lady friends first. And there we go. That went much better this time. What's through here? Well, this is a dead body. That seems more no, it's not. It's just a shortcut. I got fooled by the Skyrim door. But first, let's find out more about Grout.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
They don't know anything about their affliction, but you're the one who's still looking for a cure? Man, Grout, for a guy with a uninteresting name, you sure do get up to a lot of shenaniganery. Kind of appreciate the fact that he has all these mental patients here, though. Or sorry, volunteers. It helps with eating. Like, I can use whatever disciplines I want, pretty much, because there's just a pudding cup and a doorway. Oh joy, another candle puzzle. Well, let's listen to Grout's soothing monotone while we do this.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. More poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their silent song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
You know, Grout, I'm starting to think I might chew my arm off to get away from you too. Pretty easy puzzles for a guy who's so paranoid, but he built hallways and extra dining rooms and stuff, and fake fireplaces complete with fake mirrors, just to confuse people on the way to his bedroom. But these were the puzzles he came up with. Did anybody respawn? Was that a thing you do? No, I don't think it's a thing they do. This is a nice setup. Reminds me a little of what's his face's guy whose arm we're carrying around. He was talking about how much he missed, you know, the sounds and sights of the asylum, but I think he's recreated it in his own home pretty well. I mean, just look at all this mood lighting. Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Can you not open doors? Oh, sucks to be you. I thought the last one over here, the woman in the corner, was laughing hysterically instead of sobbing, which, you know, it's good to see them enjoy themselves. Now put on a happy face. Or die. Or both. Oh look, another guy trapped in there. Well, we're just gonna leave ya. I mean, all of this just to get into some dude's bedroom. No, Cary Grant has seen better days. And, you know, there's the Boyle situation. But really, have some pity. Except you. You will have no pity. No pity for you.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear.
Oh,
if the
did we
voices are
miss
to be
one?
believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once, I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voice.
Well, this one was right by a bottle of morphine, so I guess we know how he's making the voices go quiet. Oh look, another staircase.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. Her cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
Wow, it's certainly dramatic. Grout. Is it to make up for your name? Kind of like how I'm super evil to make up for the Boyle? And there's a woman here, suspended in ice or some sort of gelatinous liquid. This must be his wife. And he said she was diseased, but he also said that she shared his affliction. And she was a vampire too, so she couldn't get sick if that were the case. And it all would have been in his head. Which makes sense because he's a Malkavian. And those are the crazy ones. Well, let's do this thing. Here we go. I believe this is it. Last room. Hopefully. Ah, that must be Grout. He's very dead. Looks like he was set on fire after he was paralyzed by a stake.
Lay low, it burns by the flames!
I'm not Grout. You already killed him.
Grout is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Wait. Let's discuss this. Yes. He's a priest, so he'll totally be amenable to discussion with a creature of the night like myself.
Babble your native tongue in the pits of the abyss. I will not hear it anymore.
But I love to babble.
As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeldbach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul!
I never really thought of LaCroix as an archfiend. Doesn't seem to have it in him, you know. The arch part, not the fiend part. He's definitely a fiend. Oh, this is the wrong way. Oh no.
Hey, stop right there. Hey, stop right there.
Oh. I think we just ran into a hallway full of fire. Okay, so don't go that way.
Freeze! Hey, hold it! Hey, stop right there.
And escape. Oof. Yeah, you got out of the house fine, but how are you supposed to scale this 4-foot fence? You've already determined that it's beyond your means, Cary Grant. Oh, apparently not anymore. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Next time we will go see the prince about Grout being dead and his mansion being set on fire and a priest being after him. And if we can help it, we're gonna sneak in the fact that we were super sneaky this time for no real reason. In any case, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.